Hey everybody, in the kitchen today we are going to make sweet chili garlic sauce. If you caught the last video in this pickling fermenting series, we made a relish that was highly concentrated jalapenos and garlic. It was the Southeast Asian chili garlic relish, which is such a mouthful to say. If you haven't caught that video, you can go back and just watch it because it is one of the, well, it's the homemade ingredient that's in this recipe. This recipe calls for 1 cup of vinegar, distilled vinegar, 1 cup of water, 2 full cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, a whole head of garlic or 1/4 minced, and a 1/4 cup of this. This is the relish that we made. It is so deliciously intense. In fact, when my husband came through when I was working on that project, he didn't really know what it was all about. It just kind of looked bright and green, so he tasted it and was like, it's so amazingly intense. So all of these recipes, I mentioned my book because this is where all of the inspiration from, well not all, but you know, it's where the recipes are coming from, which is the source of the inspiration for these. It's the Joy of Pickling book. I'll put it in the description in case you want to pick it up, but there's a lot of traditional fermenting in here. It's not really your classic canning, pickling type recipes. There definitely is a section in here where you can, but it's mostly just like fermenting and things that stay on your shelf and things like that. Unlike all the other recipes that we've done before, this one is going to be heated, and because of that high sugar content, that is what creates the sort of jelly sauce effect. At least that's what I'm assuming, because you bring it really high. You're supposed to use a candy thermometer. I don't have one, so I'm gonna have to use the only thermometer I have and try to get it up to 240 degrees. So let's go ahead and assemble this, get it in the pot, and get it boiling. Here I am adding the water, vinegar, sugar, salt, and then also the chili relish that we made. The reason my sugar does not look white is because it's a raw cane sugar. It's also organic, but any kind of raw sugar, cane sugar, is gonna have that color, and that's just fine. I also add in diced garlic, and then I'm just gonna keep making sure that the mixture is at a good rolling boil and continue to stir periodically. My goal here is to just bring it up to that 230 degrees while keeping an eye on it. All right, I took this off the burner and it's just gonna cool down for 1 hour. I have been tasting it. It tastes phenomenal. Like I can't even convey how delicious it is, and even as I'm talking about it, my mouth is watering. It's like spicy and vinegary and sweet, and it's like the perfect combination. So now I'm gonna recommend you make the relish so that you can make this, because this stuff is amazing. And it's supposed to yield about 1.5 cups. So we'll use a pint jar, and in an hour we'll check back in and see how much we got.